Tokyo, Japan is one of the most vibrant, gorgeous places in the world. With so many landmarks and places of visit, this mind-blowing city really gives endless exploration and findings. We start our first day of our Tokyo trip resting in the Freza Inn. After a long 14-hour plane ride and jet lag playing the villain, we weren't going anywhere that night. The hotel was very presentable and clean, but I did not expect the room to be so small. We made it to work, and I've got to say, the bathrooms were surprisingly very clean, and so clean I could even sleep on the floor if I wanted to. We're finally ready to go on our adventure down the various side streets. The air feels very cool, which is a good thing as long as it doesn't rain. As we walk on the left sidewalks, we start to notice many cool Japanese restaurants. And yes, you don't walk or drive on the right side like in the US. It did take a little bit of time getting used to, but it became a natural habit soon. We're heading to the JR Tokyo station where we will explore an underground shopping center. Day 2. I'm extremely excited to visit Akihabara Electric Town, a massive shopping district for video games, anime, manga, and computer goods. I've always loved anime, especially for the unique character designs and epic storylines, so coming to the biggest anime district really made my heart pump. The various stores had endless anime like Naruto, One Piece, Full Metal Alchemist, and even Samurai Champloo. Other buildings, some with 9 or 10 levels, had every possible action figure, trading card, and even tactical assault gear. There was so much to explore, it could take days just to find every jewel in Electric Town. My favorite part of Akihabara hands down had to be the Sega Tower, which had every Sega arcade game known to man. I probably should have learned some Japanese before first playing. Another day in Tokyo, and I had my mind set on where I wanted to visit, the Imperial Palace, the main residence of the Emperor of Japan. After the capturing of the shogunate and the Meiji Restoration, the inhabitants, including the shogun Tokugawa Yoshinobu, were required to leave the premises of the Edo Castle. Leaving Kwaito Imperial Palace on November 26, 1868, the Emperor arrived at Edo Castle, making it his new residence and renaming it to Tokai Castle. About 20 minutes later into the palace grounds, unexpected rain started coming down. This did cause a problem because I really had no way to cover my camera, so I tried to record as much as I could, but the lens were just getting too wet. Walking under trees did provide some cover, and the rain stopped for a bit. But just when I thought it was gone, about an hour later it started pouring harder, and we had to end our exploration of the Imperial Palace earlier than I thought. So far, I've had a great time in Tokyo, exploring fascinating pagodas and gorgeous land. Today I'm at the Kiyomizu Kannon-do Temple. This extraordinary Buddhist temple was originally a part of the Kinji Temple and is a spiritual home to many. Walking up to this temple made me feel a connection to a different religion than mine, and I was open-minded the whole time, taking part in the Buddhist tradition. As we continue to explore the surrounding area around the temple, I come upon torii, traditional Japanese gates. I've always had interest in these architectures, and walking through them was an experience itself. The last shrine we visit today is the Toshogu Shrine. Unlike the Kiyomizu Temple, which was Buddhist, this shrine is Shinto. The Pokemon Center. Everybody loves Pokemon, and if you don't, then you shouldn't come to Tokyo. There are 8 locations in the world, and all 8, you guessed it, are in Japan. The location I visited, in Osaka, is the largest in the world. At first they told me not to film in the store, but I wasn't gonna let that stop me. I pretended my camera was off, kept it low, and got most of the footage I needed. If you're into Pokemon, this is heaven. What is the most expensive fish ever sold? A bluefin tuna for 155.4 million yen, or $1.8 million. The 489-pound tuna was caught off Japan's northeastern coast and sold at the Tsukiji Fish Market, where we are today. The Tsukiji Fish Market is the largest in the world, with thousands of auctioneers selling the highest quality seafood. Every block inside this massive market had crab, fish, lobster, eels, pufferfish, clams, and let's not forget the blood. This is the Tokyo Skytree, the tallest tower in the world. What's crazier, you can go up about 1,200 feet of the 2,080-foot structure. All you have to do is pay $25 US, which is actually worth it for this mind-blowing experience. We are at the last stop on our trip to Japan, and it's a great way to end with a bang. The Sensoji Temple is an ancient temple located in Asakusa, Tokyo. It's Tokyo's oldest temple and the most significant. Tokyo, Japan, a place of wonders, giving light to a world that has much dark. Experiencing the spiritual release of Buddhism and Shinto really felt astonishing. Tokyo is not only a city, it's a culture. Seeing grand ancient architecture and stunning scenery really changed my life, and I hope any of you who want to experience the same feelings makes the choice to go. Well, the weather in Japan was very unpredictable, and when we first arrived in Japan, it was just kind of foggy, kind of misty, and it wasn't raining when we arrived at the airport. The next day, it was, I believe, more sunny, but then the next couple days it was just raining, and you really don't know what to expect with the weather there. It's kind of like if you lived in England or if you lived in Seattle. It's sunny sometimes, it's rainy the others. Well, the main method of transportation was, for the long distances, using the Tokyo railway system, which was very efficient, very nice. It's kind of like what you have here in New York or in London, except the Tokyo one compared to the New York is a lot cleaner, a lot more efficient, and it was so clean that you could practically live on that railway system. It was so nice. We did get lost a few times, and one reason for this was because we were using a GPS navigation system on our phone, and sometimes this wouldn't load because we had to first load it on Wi-Fi. We weren't going to use the expensive data cost over there compared to here. So we did get lost going down a lot of side back roads, and sometimes we even got lost getting back to the hotel. It only took about 10 to 15 minutes to find our way back. This is a really hard question to answer because there's so many amazing things to do in Tokyo, and I would probably say my favorite part of staying in Tokyo, Japan was just enjoying the culture, living the culture. It's a lot different than here, but it's also more spiritual, it's more connected, and you just feel more alive there. It's just a feeling that you won't be able to understand or experience unless you go to Tokyo.